Good morning. It's Friday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, and also non-farm payroll day. Two of my favorite days here on the year and on the month. Looking at the precious metals overnight, you got April gold up $1, 20.72. March silver up 10 cents, 23.33. March copper down 1 at 3.84, and April platinum up 10 at 9.32. So couple things here that have been bothering me and a few things that I've been looking back at, because a lot of times when the market starts to zig and you're trying to zag, it's important to go back, kind of reflect, do a little bit of detective work. I think commodities is a lot of detective work. So looking here, 1 hour left after that Fed meeting on Wednesday. Okay, 1 hour left into the session. Jerome Powell's already gone. He left the stage. What happens? Bonds and notes rip and yields plummet. Okay, gold and silver were still under pressure at this point in time, but gold started to hang in there and it started to come back. Now, news had broke that the New York Bank Corp reported that deteriorating conditions on its commercial real estate portfolio have really impacted that bank. I believe that's why gold futures held in there, and the other commodities, the other equities started to really get under some serious pressure here. Now you go to Thursday, we start off extremely defensive in precious metals. You've got silver down at 22.60, you got gold down to 20.46. Then all of a sudden there was another shift in direction, and it was a big shift. The unemployment claims came out 224 versus 213. You need that deteriorating employment picture in order to get the Fed to cut. But all of a sudden more news circulates that more banks could be in trouble. You get the KBW Regional Bank Index. It slips 1.6%. It sees its single biggest decline since the collapse of Signature Bank in March of 2023. Other banks yesterday come under significant pressure as well. Western Alliance Bank down 4.8%. Valley National Bank down 5%. Comerica's down 2.1%. And the S&P at that point yesterday was down 1.2%. That's when it looked like we were going to roll over and give up all the gains from that overnight session bounce. Now, if you look back at Signature Bank and what happened in March of 2023, you go to March 9th, gold was at 18.18. Signature goes under March 12th. By March 13th, gold was at 19.1890. It rallied $100 in 3 sessions on news of bank failures. So is this the beginning of something larger? Are these banks truly in trouble? And will this be the firepower and the narrative that Jerome Powell needs to cut rates in March? He wants to cut rates. Everyone wants him to cut rates. All the politicians want him to cut rates. Other Fed officials want him to cut rates. He just can't do it because it goes against what he's been saying, and he doesn't want to look like a hypocrite. But if he's got a catalyst to do it, such as banking failures, then I think he will do it. Now, something to look at is that the news of more banks in trouble, this is back in March 2023. By March 17th, gold was at $19.93. March 9th, it was at $18.18. It went up $170 in that last March. So if we start to get something going on again, you could see gold futures really press higher. And I got to tell you, silver, that's the higher beta gold, that rallied about $5-6 back in that last March. So something to keep an eye on. Now we do have that non-farm payroll number coming out. If you want to position in gold, you want that firmer number. You want to see gold prices sell off. But I do think that this banking situation, if this gets some steam, if all of a sudden there's New York Times, Wall Street Journal, blah, 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 Barron's writes articles over and over the weekend, by Monday comes around, we could have something going, some new catalysts, some things like that. So we got to keep an eye on this. Now, the last last non-farm payroll number, they were expecting 168,000. It blew away expectations, 216,000. Gold had a $40 range here. So don't be a hero in here. We got going to have some volatility in this market. The expectations for today, 187,000. So we're going to really want to keep an eye on things. 2 other markets I'm watching. Copper went down here, was under some serious pressure in the overnight market, kind of snapping back. Remember, long-term fundamentals for copper look great. Some of these short-term weaknesses, you're going to get them. What happened was you had Chinese growth. It was projected at 4.6%. significantly lower. They're citing that their property sector, all this other stuff, lot of pressure there. Another market that I'm keeping an eye on, the crude oil market. A lot of us stepped into crude oil here. Unfortunately, within 10 minutes, Al Jazeera sends out a tweet that says that there's a ceasefire in the Middle East, prices plummet, and then all of a sudden they delete the tweet, prices go back to unchanged, and then it's like, well, maybe there is something going on here, prices go back down. Now OPEC comes out, reaffirms those production cuts throughout the remainder of 2024. So we've got a little bit of a floor, in my opinion, on the crude oil market circulating. So we got a lot of stuff here to watch, a lot of action going on in these markets here. So strap in your seatbelt here. Prepare for that 7:30 number, and we'll see how the day plays out. You got any questions, give me a call. I'll probably write an article here or two, post those out to you, and give you some great ideas. So, got any questions, give me a call, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and options trading involves risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trade.